Today, in the media conference with Lal Goel, which is brought to you by V4 News, Global TV, V4 Stream, Malnadu TV India, News Gaon Se, Samvad Sarokar News, Bharat Post News, Organ Donation, India Foundation and Gyan. Our endeavor is to bring to you everyday new topic. And today is a very, very special day because world is celebrating World Organ Donation Day. World Organ Donation Day is observed on August 13th to create awareness about organ donation. Donating an organ is like gifting life to someone because one organ donor can save up to 8 lives and improvise 75 lives. Now the question comes, why should I donate my organs and will it even make a difference? Has that thought ever crossed your mind when you see countless messages pledging to donate your organs? Yes, you should pledge to donate, and yes, it will make a stark difference to the community and the future generations in saving several lives. We pray, we donate to temples, mosques, churches with the hope to get blessings. You will get that and much more. Organ donation is the process of allowing organs or tissues to be removed surgically from one person or to place it another person. It is done by the consent of donors in case he is alive or by the consent of next of kin after death. Kidneys, liver, lungs, heart, bones, bone marrow, skin, pancreas, corneas, intestines and skins are commonly used for transplantation to render new life to the recipient. Organ donation is mostly done after the donor's death. However, certain organs and tissues such as a kidney, lobe or a lung portion of the liver, intestine or pancreas can be donated by a living donor as well. Now, because today the special day, we have 10 youth guests with us and we will be joined by our chief guest. So I would like first to listen from our youth guest so that they can express their views on organ donation. And so I would like now to invite my first panelist guest, youth guest, and she's I have to just wait because I think our chief guest is entering. If he is going to join, I would like to take him first and then we will go. So I would like that our chief guest is joining. Dr. Sunil Shroff is there with us. Good morning, Dr. Shroff.
Morning, sir.
Good morning. Now I would like to invite and introduce on this World Organ Donation Day our chief guest, and he is Professor Dr. Sunil Shroff. Professor Dr. Sunil Shroff is MS FRCS, is the Managing Trustee of Mohan Foundation. He is the Senior Consultant of Urology and Renal Transplantation at Madras Medical Mission Hospital, Chennai. He is well known for his work in the field of diseased or brain-dead donations, transplantation in India. He has worked towards improving the diseased organ donation rate in India. He did his undergraduate and postgraduate medical education from Prince of Wales Medical College, now called Patna Medical College and Hospital in 1982. He did FRCS in 1986 from Royal College of Physicians and Surgeons of Glasgow. He joined as a lecturer first at the Institute of Urology and then at the Royal London Hospital in London from 1991 to 1995. In 1995, he became professor and head of the Department of Urology and Renal Transplantation at the Sri Ramchandra Medical College and Research Institute, SRMC and RI. Currently, he is Senior Consultant, Urology and Renal Transplantation at Madras Medical Mission Hospital in Chennai. He started the kidney transplantation program at SRMC in 1995 and in 1996 implemented the disease donation transplantation program. SRMC and RI was one of the first few hospitals in India to have established such a program. He performed the first kidney transplant on an HIV positive patient in India and transplant of kidneys from cobra-bitten brain death victims. As a founder trustee of Mohan Foundation, he has been actively promoting the concept of disease donation after brain death since 1997. On the 9th October 2020, Professor Dr. Shroff was invited as a Karamveer by Sony Television to the popular national program Kaun Banega Crorepati KBC, anchored by legend Amitabh Bachchan along with actor Ritesh Deshmukh as the champion of the cause. Professor Dr. Shroff is president-elect of Indian Society of Organ Transplantation. He has over 40 publications in peer-reviewed journals, has edited 4 books for paramedical staff, and has written 6 chapters in medical books. He is visiting professor AIIMS Rishikesh, that is All India Institute of Medical Science Rishikesh, Uttarakhand. He is president of Tamil Nadu Telemedicine Society of India. He is also editor of Indian Transplant Newsletter. He's in editorial advisory board, Indian Journal of Transplantation, editorial board, Telehealth and Medicine Today, advisory board representative, Transplant Authority of Tamil Nadu. He is editorial director of www.medindia.net. Welcome, Professor Dr. Sunil Shroff on our show. Professor Dr. Sunil Shroff, you are a champion. I must say that you are the leader, a thought leader and a practical leader in the field of organ and tissue transplants in India. You know far better than anyone else, being an authority. We would like to know from you on this day, that is the World Organ Donation Day, your views. Professor Dr. Sunil Shroff, please.
Thank you, Lal Saab, and good morning to all the viewers. Good morning to the young Indians you have on this show. Wonderful to see you on the eve of our 75th Independence Day. Among this pandemic, in this new normal, where we meet on the web, on these platforms, exchange of views, and it spreads. So wonderful to be here. I think, before I start, I would also want to pay respect to all the warriors, especially in the medical field, who have been through a very different time. We all have been through a very different time, but many of them have lost their lives. So I would like to pay my tribute to those heroes. In this pandemic, again, organ donation is a subject which is a little less discussed. Obviously, there are other priorities to be discussed. But all the same, even in this pandemic, we do get people coming forward to donate organs. We've had situations where we've had, unfortunate death due to COVID, and those relatives will ask you whether they can donate the organs or not. So I feel, as Indians, we have a great spirit of giving in this country. I was telling you yesterday that in our country, we have almost 11 million blood donors every year in this country. We also have every year about 60,000 eye donations which happen in our country, which means that every day almost 40 people donate the eyes of their loved ones by ringing the eye banks. The same way, at the moment, about 2 to 3 people, or 3 people, I would say, 2 to 3 people, or maybe a little more, 3 to 4 people also donate their organs. What we need is today many, many more organs, because we do have a high organ failure rate in this country. And unfortunately, we're not able to help these patients. Popularly, we know about, kidney transplant, but you also have organs like heart, lungs, liver, pancreas, intestine, hand, face. Today we can recycle the whole body. It's just not about one organ. You have 2 kidneys, whereas you have only 1 heart. When you have 2 kidneys, as a living person, you can donate 1 and you can keep 1. So they say, if you spare 1 and care for another, which you have. Whereas with liver, with heart, with lungs, although lungs are paired organs, they come together. It's only when a person is diseased, a person is dead, that you can donate. And that's why organ donation is about this wonderful concept of giving. after death. Our Rabindranath Tagore, a very famous, of course, poet from our country, Nobel laureate. We celebrated his 150 years of his anniversary not too long back. And he said, and I think this applies to our generation as well, that the dawn has come, yeah, the dawn has come, and the lamp is, the dawn has come, but the dawn is not about, death is not about extinguishing the light. Let me rephrase this. Death is not about extinguishing the light, but putting out the lamp because the dawn has come. And that dawn is organ donation. It is not about death. It is about a new beginning. And that's what organ donation is. And we all come from dust. We'll all go back to dust. And I say this with some conviction. The atoms inside you, the atoms inside which makes your body, they have been recycled multiple times in this universe. Some of your atoms, like your oxygen, your hydrogen, your carbon, were born at a time when the Big Bang happened. And they'll go only with the Big Bang. So this is a universal truth that we always recycle. We come from dust and we go back to dust. There's Kabir, about Kabir, who is a very famous poet, again from, I know, but some of you may understand Hindi. He said, Mati kahe kumhar ko, tu kya ronde moe. Ek din aisa aayega, main rondungi tuhe. Which means, I hope you understand the essence of this. That eventually you'll come back to me. Mati is earth. Today, as a, you are kind of molding me as a potter. But a day will come when you will be down under and I will mold you. So that is the essence of life. Life is about not living. Life is about giving. The more you give, the more joy you get. And the noblest form of giving, when it comes to an end, when somebody goes away, we donate all their clothes, we donate all their jewelry and all kinds of things. But organ donation is the most noble form of giving. So take a pledge, speak to your loved ones, talk about organ donation. I always say that, if you want to create awareness about organ donation and if you want to know about organ donation, follow the ABCD of organ donation. And it goes like this. A is for awareness, create awareness in the community, among your friends. B is bust the myths. There are many myths in organ donation. That, next life you'll be born without that organ. All this is rubbish. Your body will will come back. The soul is the one which will keep, of course, coming back in different bodies. So that bust these myths which spreads, very, very, which are spreading very rapidly. And then there is C. When you want to do an organ donation, there should be a call for action. So what do you need to do for organ donation? You need to find out in advance when you're living. But if you want to do body donation, you need to contact a medical college. If you want to do organ donation, you need to have a donor card. You need to have, the next comes D, discuss. So have a donor card, call for action, but also discuss with your family members. Because when the end comes, they are the ones who are going to take a decision on organ donation. So discuss with them. And then E is for end, or your eventuality. And T.S. Eliot, who is a very famous poet, again said, in the end is my beginning. So it's not the end, it's a new beginning. Remember that. And F is forever. If you do that, you'll live forever. So that's what ABCDEF of organ donation is. You can keep going on. You can keep stretching this. Just an easy way of remembering. So A for awareness, B for bust the myth, C for call for action, D for discuss, E for end, and F for live forever. So this is what you need to do. Promote the cause of organ donation in various forums, wherever you are. A little discussion is all it takes to create awareness. The problem is there's no awareness among the public. Because when there is somebody in the hospital who is dying or dead, One of the most difficult tasks in that tragedy, in that grief, for a doctor or a nurse is to ask for organs. It's the most difficult conversation to have. And it is that conversation which becomes easier when your loved ones comes forward and says, I would like to donate the organs of my loved one who is brain dead or dead. Please go forward. That's the conversation we need in the hospitals. And then it becomes a lot easier for doctors to take decisions. I belong to an organization called Mohan. Mohan is an acronym for Multi-Organ Harvesting Aid Network. And we have been working in an NGO, this non-profit body, for the last 25 years almost in this field. And we do a lot of capacity building in this program. By capacity building, I mean we create a lot of awareness. We also awareness in the public, among the doctors, because we feel sometimes that more awareness is required among the medical professionals than the public sometimes. So we do that as well. But at the same time, we do training. We do training of a special cadre of people. We train, medical and social workers. We train nurses. We train doctors, and how to have the difficult conversation with the family. How to support the family. Many families will say no to donation when you ask them first. How that no can be converted to yes. So we do what is called training of transplant coordinators. And we've trained so far over 2,600 coordinators in this country. And 70% of donations which happens in the hospitals in this country are happening because of these trained coordinators. They are the ones who are in different hospitals in this country, who are distributed all over the country. And wherever you have donation, you'll have this trained coordinator who is supporting the family. Because that bridge between the family and the doctor is the coordinator. And that coordinator needs to have the sensitivity. So we have a 1-week program, a 1-month program. Now we're doing it online since the last 18 months, since this COVID has come on. So we have trained, we've not stopped our training. We also train surgeons, how to take the organs out, how to transplant the organs. We train ICU consultants, intensive care people, how to manage brain death. Very lately, we took a very important step. We got a clause of driving license included in our license, driving license. And today, when you go for a driving license in India, that clause is compulsory. You can't skip that clause. You have to tick, or you have to tick yes or no. I want to donate, I don't want to donate. Due to this small step, in Rajasthan, a state like Rajasthan, in Jaipur, in the last 6 months, we have had 2 lakh pledges through the driving license. Can you believe that? So these are small incremental steps which are very impactful. So I have told you a lot of things here, but remember one thing, that this is a very personal decision, your decision on what you want to do at the end of the day with your body, with your organs. You have to decide. There's nobody to force you on this. This is a personal call which you need to take. And nobody likes talking about death, believe me. I don't like talking about it. Lal Saab doesn't like talking about it. You don't like talking about it. But that is the truth. And we have to accept the truth. And we have to celebrate that truth. Because if we don't go away, no one else will come. If we want to continue to be here forever, we are very selfish. We have to give a chance to others. So this is a very personal call each one of you to take. So you think about what I have said. And if you feel this is something which you want to do, then take the decision. Discuss with your family members. Say, I like this nobility of this cause. What better that, my eyes will continue to live. Somebody will see this beautiful world. My heart will continue to beat in somebody else. My kidneys will give life to someone else. My lungs will again breathe. My hands can be used for somebody else to work. What better way to live? What better way to give than this? So this is the ultimate act of giving. We talk about giving of money. There's a very famous Lebanese American poet called Khalil Gibran. Some of you may have read it. If you've not read, you must read Khalil Gibran. He writes very well. He writes well because he touches your soul. He elevates you in this sometimes gloomy world. And he says about giving. He says about giving possession, money. He says, you give but little. You give but little when you give of your possessions. Possessions is your wealth. But you truly give when you give of yourself. That is the true giving. So believe in that giving. Think about our organization. And if you believe in this cause, become our ambassadors for our organization. So with that, I'll say, wish you all the very best. And I hope this message goes wide. People take this message forward. Take a personal call. Think about our organization. If at least they don't want to donate, support our organization. Slowly, thought process will change. Maybe it will not change immediately. But if you keep thinking about it, if you keep thinking about the nobility of it, it will eventually change. So keep helping us, because Mohan Foundation is a small organization. So we need to, this India is a huge country. We need a lot of help. Everybody can help in this cause. Like Mr. Lal is doing a wonderful service to the nation by championing this cause, sitting there in London, getting up early morning at 3 o'clock, and trying to give this message to the world out there. So thank you, Mr. Lal, and thank you everyone for listening to me.
Thank you very much, Professor Dr. Sunil Shroff, for giving such a motivating, inspirational talk of yours on World Organ Donation Day. And this is the fact. And that's why, if you see today, we have to educate the students, the young people, because they are the future, and 65% population belongs to them. And if they are educated, like today's program, I'm sure when these 10 youths have joined today, their entire family is now aware about the organ donation. Their schools, the colleges are aware because they are participating. That is the thing. And Mohan Foundation is doing a very, very good job in this aspect. I must say they are the pioneer, and that's why India, and there is why he has given so many things. He has told everything, but I will only say one thing. Every one moment can add on. We all have to do collectively. Somebody asked me, you are also running a foundation. Is there a competition? No competition. It's a complement to each other. Inclusiveness. If we all come together, our country will, because today, unfortunately, we are still, that one death is a death. It's very painful for the entire family, the friends. So please try to come out, and the death, you can make it beautiful. The death can be very beautiful if you will donate, pledge to donate your organs, your family organs, and others. Thank you very much, Professor Dr. Sunil Shroff. I know you are so busy, but you are kind enough to join and give your views.
I also want to say one thing. The color of organ donation is green. And that's why I have this green ribbon on my label here.
Yes. So, I'm also wearing Donate Life. I always wear in my hand bag. Yes. That is very important. Yes.
Just to give you more information on this. So if you see a green ribbon, it's a ribbon of organ donation, ribbon of recycling.
Yes. So thank you very much, Professor Dr. Sunil Shroff, for joining us. Now I would like to invite my youth guest. My first youth guest is Ana D'Souza. Ana D'Souza, please, you have heard our chief guest, Professor Dr. Sunil Shroff. Now we would like to know your views on World Organ Donation Day. Please introduce yourself and give your views. Ana D'Souza, please.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ana D'Souza. I'm studying in 9th standard at Cambridge School, Mangalore. World Organ Donation Day is observed on August 13 every year to raise awareness about the importance of organ donation and to motivate people for donating organs after death. Donating an organ is highly valued as it is gifting and saving the lives of someone, as one organ donor can save up to 8 lives. Organ donation is something that is more important than people realize. It is important for the society as a whole, as well as for an individual. There are thousands of patients waiting every day for an organ transplant, but they only keep waiting because of lack of donors. In fact, for people suffering from end-stage organ failure, it is a matter of life and death. Organ donation is something that helps people get healthier and more productive lives free from pain and struggles. The power of organ donation is definitely underrated. It does not merely affect the donor and the recipients. In fact, it impacts the families and friends as well. It is extremely important for those who are in need of an organ transplant so they can benefit from it. Further, it renews their life and enhances their health once their transplant is done. In fact, it is a surreal feeling to experience how organ donation impacts the lives of individuals. For instance, a woman died in a severe car accident. Devastated, the family did not understand what to make of the tragic death of the woman. Then the hospital offered them the chance to donate her organs and tissues for the purpose of transplantation. At first, they were not ready to part with any part of her, but soon they realized that nothing will lessen the pain of losing her. So they decided to donate her organs. They received great comfort in knowing that some good is coming out of such a tragedy. Organ donation is a life giving opportunity for those who are at the end of the line for hope. It carries the power to enhance the lives of people and change them forever. As the need for organ donors is growing day by day, it has become necessary to increase awareness about organ donation. There are a lot of misconceptions regarding the subject, and we must do our best to clear them. Organ donation is a sacred service any human being can do. Many people want to do this good deed, but due to lack of awareness, they neither back out or get devised by illegal organ traders. Thus, it is more important that the correct information is given out regarding the same. Did you know a single donor's body can save up to 50 lives? Imagine the amount of good you will do by donating your organ. Thus, better measures must be taken to spread awareness about it. Some essential information regarding organ donation must be known to all. Firstly, a person can state on their driver's license whether they are a donor or not. It is counted as legal consent. Further, there is no age limit for organ donation as only suitability matters for organ donation. A donor can donate organs like heart, lungs, kidneys, liver, ligaments, tissues, tendons, and skin as well. In fact, HIV positive patients can also donate their organs to HIV patients only. Thus, it is not only help, but also great asset in medical research. I would like to conclude saying a beautiful quote. Be a hero. Be an organ donor. Life is a gift. Pass it on. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Anna, for giving your views. Yes, you rightly said, we are not God, but God has given us a power to save the lives. So please utilize that power. You can save lives, up to 8 lives, and improvise up to 75 lives. So it's a really good day. I must say that to start with you people will decide to pledge the donation. Thank you very much. Now I would like to invite my next youth guest, and she is Miss Inika P. Shetty. Miss Inika P. Shetty, you have heard our chief guest, Professor Dr. Sunil Shroff, as well as the earlier youth guest. Now we would like to know your views on World Organ Donation Day. Miss Inika P. Shetty, please.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Dr. Sunil Shroff, Salal Goel, and all my fellow panelists. I'm Inika P. Shetty, and I study in St. Aloysius PU College. I'm in the first PUC. Organ Donation Day is observed every year on August 13th. Due to the lack of awareness, there are myths and fears in people's mind about organ donation. The aim of this day is to motivate the citizens to pledge to donate organs after death and to spread awareness about organ donation. A single selfless act to register as an organ donor can save or heal up to 8 lives. There are some factors such as religious and cultural beliefs that are seemingly intractable and often cited as reasons for refusal to donate. But receiving an organ can become a life-changing event for these people. It can also help a family work through the grieving processes and deal with their loss by knowing that their loved one is helping save the life of others. Like the late sandalwood actor Sanchari Vijay, who had sustained major injuries in a road accident in Bengaluru, had been declared brain dead. The actor, though, will live on with his organs, giving a new lease of life to at least three others. Based on his family's consent for organ donation, the actor's kidneys, liver, heart valves, and cornea were harvested for transplantation. The same act of kindness was also seen on 11th August when Mumbai recorded its first hand transplant. This anonymous young donor healed and saved many lives by donating all his organs. Both his hands were donated. His lungs had been given to a patient in Hyderabad, and his liver and kidneys were given to two end stage failure patients. Therefore, I would like to conclude by saying the youth, the teenagers, are often shown and portrayed as change makers, and I believe we can make a change. We surely can. And we can by registering ourselves as organ donors and by creating awareness. We can take simple steps by at least telling our families and friends about it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Inika Pishetty, for giving your views. You rightly said about the myths. The one myth, common myth is, if I will donate my eyes, tomorrow I will be next life, I will be born without eye. This is a totally myth. If it is like this, so you will giving somebody money today, you donate some money in a temple, church, mosque, or so you will not get any money in the next life. No. So please don't believe in myths. And as you said, youth, if you all decide, you can change the perception as well as the myth. You can remove the myths. Thank you very much, Ms. Inika Pishetty, for giving your views. Now I would like to invite my next youth guest, and he is Mr. K. Vinesh Pai. Mr. Pai, you have heard our chief guest, Professor Dr. Sunil Shroff, as well as earlier youth guest. Now we would like to know from you your views on Organ Donation Day. Mr. K. Vinesh Pai, please.
Good morning, everyone. My name is K. Vinesh Pai, and I live in Udupi, and I study in GM Vidyaniketan Public School, Brahmava. How many of you wish, if you are useful to help someone restart their life? Of course, we will feel very proud of what we have done to help someone have a new lease of life. But do you know what can help them? Organ donation. It is the process when a person allows their organs to be donated and transferred to another person in need. The first organ donation took place in 1994. Yes, but how can we donate our organs? What are the procedures? How can we do it? Are we eligible? It all begins with a yes. If anyone wants to donate their organs, they have to do some paperwork, or they can simply go to verified websites like Indian Organ and Tissue Transplant Organization to donate the organs of their choice. We all are eligible to donate our organs, no matter our age and gender. These transplants can be performed only when the donor is dead, or in a few cases, when the person donates their kidney, lungs, pancreas is performed when the donor is alive. These donations has to be performed with incredible precision. Spain has the highest donor rate, followed by USA, Croatia, Portugal, and France, with India improving its organ donation campaign. Sadly, with every good thing, there is a dark side. Many people are taking a step back to donate their organs due to lack of awareness, misconception, superstitious beliefs, and lack of facilities. This illegal trade of organs, as the organs will fetch tons of money. Needy people cannot afford these transplants. Fortunately, some apps like YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, and GoFundMe help the needy people to reach out to the world and collect funds from kind people. Nowadays, these transplants are being widely known. Many people and famous personalities like Amitabh Bachchan, Priyanka Chopra, Anil Kumble, and Gautam Gambhir have pledged to donate their organs, and they promote organ donation. But do you know, one yes can change 8 lives. And I would like to conclude by saying organ donation is a rewarding and a positive experience, as there is nothing more enriching than giving a new lease of life to people and giving joy to their families. You can change a life in a few clicks. Let's join hands and say yes. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, Vinesh Pai, for giving very energetic views. Only one thing I would like to inform you that the first living organ donor, the successful transplant was of Ronald Lee Herrick. He was born in 1931 and died in 2010. He donated a kidney to his identical twin brother in 1954. So that was the first organ transplant took place in the world. Thank you very much, Mr. Master, I will say Vinesh Pai, and God bless you. I hope that
Lal Saab,
yes, please.
If I may take the permission to leave and join another meeting, thank you very much for your kindness to invite me here.
Thank you very much, Professor Dr. Sunil Shaw, for giving so much time to us. And that is the way the young generation can be encouraged when they will listen to you and when they will be motivated by you. Thank you very much for joining and giving your kind word. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Now I would like to invite my next youth guest, and she is Miss Mehak Bhatia. Miss Mehak Bhatia, you have heard our chief guest, Professor Dr. Sunil Shroff, as well as earlier youth guest. And we would like to know from you your views about the World Organ Donation Day. Miss Mehak Bhatia, please.
First of all, Jai Shri Krishna to all of you.
Miss Mehak Bhatia. Yes, please. Yes, please speak.
Jai Shri Krishna to all of you. And
can you just turn your camera down below bit, because your face will be down. Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. Jai Shri Krishna to all of you. I feel very blessed and confident and excited to be a part of this meeting when I came to know that our host. Yes, sir. Is it audible?
Yeah, audible. Please go ahead.
When I came to know our host uses to run many NGOs, one for man, one for women, one for children, one for disabled persons, it really inspires me and encourages me to do something charitable work afterwards in my life. So, hey everyone, this is Mehak Bhatia and I'm from Yandip Shiksha Bharati School, Mathura, and I'm here to speak few lines on the organ donation topic. So, organ donation is a process by which a person allows his or her organs to be removed or transplanted either with the permission of the donor or by the consent of close family members. So let's talk about why is it talked so much? Because it's a noble deed and a social act. It can be done by a brain dead donor as well as a living donor. Brain dead and the living donor can be a part of this, and the parts which can be transplanted with a growing advanced technology like intestine, pancreas, bone marrow, heart, and many more. So it's not required to donate that the person should be there to donate the organs. You show that any person of any age can donate organs. Like in many cases, it is witnessed that living donors can also donate their parts, like the part of liver, if the blood of the donor matches with the recipient. Similarly, a part of intestine, pancreas, bone marrow, kidney, lungs can also be donated. So let me talk about the importance of organ donation. The one whom you donate the organs will give you so much of blessing afterwards in your life. At each and every moment, he will provide you. He will give you he feels so blessed to get these types of which one never expects to have. So at last, I want to say that there is many people in the world who wants to donate organs, but due to the lack of awareness, they're unable to do. So to conclude this speech, I want to say that death is inevitable. Death is inevitable, and it has not, and one cannot escape it. Many great personalities, like Bahadur Shah and the personalities like Bhagat Singh have lived, seen a death. And on this very auspicious day, I would love to invite you to come forward and donate your organs. So it's because it's our duty as a true citizen by pledging our organs, which can save the lives of many people. To the world, you may be the one person, but after donating the organs, and to the person, you may be the whole world. So at last, to conclude the speech, I want to say that you are born with the ability to change someone's life. So now I will visit in your life. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Mehak Bhatia, for giving your views. And you rightly said, for you, it's a one, but for the others, it's a world. For them, it's a world. Yes. Just imagine a situation, a person who is brain dead, and if he or his or her organs were transplanted to 8 people, and the tissues were given to others, so much joy will be there in those families. It's a happy news for those families. So when you are leaving, and when anyone is leaving, and if they are giving the joy, what else you want? That give the joy on a face of somebody. If you can create a smile on somebody's face, that is the biggest thing in the life. Thank you very much, Ms. Meg Bhatia, for giving your views. Now I would like to invite my next youth guest, and she is Miss Prajakta H. Gaikwad. Miss Prajakta H. Gaikwad, you have heard our chief guest, Professor Dr. Shroff, and the earlier youth guest. Now we would like to know from you your views on World Organ Donation Day. Miss Prajakta H. Gaikwad, please.
Good morning, all of you. My name is Prajakta Harichandra Gaikwad. My native place is Asangao. It's a small village nearby Satara. I am studying in MSW first year, Yashwantrao Chavan School of Social Work, Katwadi, Satara. I think we should not think that a donation is just a give part of ourselves to keep someone alive. It is actually keeping ourselves alive through someone's body. Just like after donating eyes to someone after our death, we can see the world from those eyes. Even our beliefs keep us motivating and encouraging to do selfless work of donation for a needy ones. In India, organ donation is regulated by the Transplantation of Humans Organs and Tissues Act 1994. The law allows both the deceased and living donors to donate their organs. And we should also create awareness regarding organ donation. Primary school students might not get an importance for this, but as a student's grown up, he will definitely understand the importance of these acts of donation. So, organ donation awareness programs should be conducted in schools, colleges, societies, workplace, etc. Definitely, beginning and ending of someone's life is not in our hand, but helping someone to change his life journey is what we can definitely do and we should do. So, I would like to conclude that organ donation is a simply means life goes on even after the death. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Prajakta Gaikwad, for giving your views. As you mentioned that you are coming from a small village. No, your views are of that, which shows that you are of the world. That is what, even you are in a village, you are in a city or in a metro, matters a lot if you just think for some good deeds in your life. And that is what is important. And today, our media conference is really privileged to have you all on board and giving such type of very, very energetic, inspiring views. And I'm sure our viewers who are watching today's show will get the inspiration that how the youngsters are talking about organ donation. If we all elders can just learn from them, definitely the scene will be totally changed. Thank you very much, Ms. Prajakta Gaikwad, for giving your very, very energetic views. Thank you very much. Now I would like to invite my next youth guest, and she is Ms. Pratiksha R. Kasurede. Ms. Pratiksha, you have heard what our chief guest, Professor Dr. Sunil Shroff, had spoken, and earlier youth guest. Now we would like to know from you your views on World Organ Donation Day. Ms. Pratiksha R. Kasurede, please.
Yes, thank you so much, sir. Good morning, everyone. Respected Dr. Sunil Shroff and my all dear fellow friends. My name is Pratiksha Rajendra Kasurde and I am from Yashwantrao Chavan School of Social Work. I have completed my BSc in zoology and right now pursuing my master's in social work. Basically, I live in a small town named Panchgani from Hableshwar Taluka and Satara district. Yes, I would definitely like to speak on today's our session that is on World Donation Organ Day. So yes, why do we think organ is important part? So I think we all can't imagine a life without any organ or any body part of a life. It is said that organ donation is gift of life. So why do we think organ donation is gift of life? I would like to share a small experience with you all. My neighboring uncle was suffering from kidney failure, and he was the only man in the house who was the head of the house. After him, he had his mother, the wife, and 2 children. But due to non-availability of kidneys, his life led to death. So that time I understood what is the meaning of this quote, that organ donation is gift of life. So basically, what is the process of donating organs? So organ donation is a process in which we allow to remove the body part or body organ of our own and transplant them to someone else. This process is totally legal process, and there are 2 types of organ donors. First one is living organ, and second is brain dead donor. As our Lal Goel sir said that there are many types of organs which we can donate, such as a liver, pancreas, kidney, brain, intestine, etc., etc. So donating organs is really one of the important decision which we can take, because as he said, one donor can save up to 8 lives, and I think 8 is huge number. According to survey in India, nearly 5 lakh people are dying per year due to non-availability of organs. So I think we should donate organ, because we might never know when we or a loved one might end up alive in waiting list. Now I would like to share how can we spread organ donation awareness. So we can conduct small sessions in office, schools, colleges. We can show small PPTs, or we can display small posters on organ donation. And as well as you can see how now we are conducting a live session. Like that, we can conduct live session thanks to Mr. Lal Goel, who has conducted this live webinar. So even we can conduct this live webinar to give more awareness, and this we can even register organ donation. This registration is completely free registration. And yes, thank you so much. I would conclude that the best decision of our life can be always be remembered after our death. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Pratiksha, for giving such a good views. And you, as you are rightly said, in India, sadly, more than 5 lakhs people are dying every year. That is about 1,500 people are dying every day. It's not a small. Just imagine, one death is very painful. 1,500 people are dying every day for want of organ, which can be saved. This is in our hand. So if you all, and as you rightly said, that how the youngsters can come out, today you have a very big weapon in your hand, that is social media. Use it properly. When you are forwarding jokes, when you are forwarding many things, why not forward one message every day, only one message about organ donation? Just search it you will find lots of messages on organ donation. Send one message to your contact list. They will come to know. If they will say why you are sending every day, just tell them, just to create awareness, and ask them to pass this message to their contacts. So even if you will pass one to one, it will be a chain. So everyone in India will be aware about it. We can save the lives. Thank you very much, Ms. Pratiksha, for giving your views. Now I would like to invite my next youth guest, and she is Miss Riddhi Upadhyay. Miss Riddhi Upadhyay, you have heard our chief guest, Professor Dr. Sunil Shroff, as well as earlier youth guest. Now we would like to know from you your views on World Organ Donation Day. Miss Riddhi Upadhyay, please.
So thank you so much for giving me this wonderful opportunity to voice my opinions on this important day. My name is Riddhi Upadhyay and I am a student of class 9 in Brilliant Public School, Aligarh. And as Dr. Shroff has said, life is not about living, it's all about giving. So today I will talk how much organ donation important, and organ donation is a noble act, an act that could make for saving people life even after the donor died. On this day, let's come forward and fulfill one more, duty of ours as Indian citizens by pledging that we are donating organ and which can save many lives after we leave this planet. Organ donation is a life-giving opportunity for those of for people who are at the end of life for hope. So organ donation holds a power to make difference in the people's life and change them forever. And as the need of organ donors increase, as Anna said, that there are lots of misconceptions. So yes, this is true. There are lots of misconceptions. We must first of all clear them and among the people and spread awareness about organ donation. And it is become necessary. Many people want to do this good deed, but due to lack of awareness, they either take this step back. So a donor can donate heart, lungs, kidneys, ligament, tendons, skin as well. This is not only an aid but also great advantage in medical research. Even no religion forbid this practice. So finally, I would say to you, don't have to be a doctor. You don't have to be a doctor to save your life. So save anyone's life. You can save lives too by donating your organs. Your organ donation is completely free, and I would ask everybody to donate organs. Thank you so much for listening me patiently. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Riddhi Upadhyay. And I would like to inform my viewers, Ms. Riddhi has last year created one animated film on organ donation. So thank you very much for that, to create the awareness. If you will be, I will also mention about Ms. Anna D'Souza. Being earlier last year, she was the Leo president, and she invited me as the chief guest to talk on organ donation program. So if you people will organize such type of program, I can tell you from on my behalf, I will be always available, subject to adjustments of time, but definitely, because my purpose is to create more and more awareness. And if you people will organize such types of programs whenever, wherever, please inform me in advance. I will try to adjust my timings for you all so that the awareness should go. Thank you very much, Mr. Riddhi Upadhyay, for giving your views. Now I would like to invite my next youth guest, and he's Mr. Rudra Pratap Singh. Mr. Rudra Pratap Singh, you have heard our chief guest, Professor Dr. Sunil Shroff, as well as earlier youth guest. Now we would like to know from you your views on World Organ Donation Day. Mr. Rudra Pratap Singh, please.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Rudra Pratap Singh, currently pursuing my engineering in computer science from NITI. I'm very grateful to be a part of this conference today. As we all know, being aware of organ donation is a responsible and potentially life-saving choice. There is a fairly high level of awareness on organ donation among grown-up people, be it rural or urban areas. But when it comes to the youth, the idea of donating the organs after death doesn't sit with them, or rather seems very foreign. This mental conflict can be overcome by including transplantation issues in the curriculum. Also, even when many are willing to donate, they are unaware of how to go about it. Holding conferences such as this helps create awareness about organ donation and provides a way for many people to join in on this noble cause. So I would like to congratulate Mr. Lal Goel on the success achieved so far. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ruth Pratap Singh, for giving your views on organ donation. Yes, you rightly said that it should be included in the curriculum on a very earlier stage. That is what is required. Now, if you young people will talk like this, so then that definitely the policymakers will get a sense that they should include this curriculum in an earlier stage. Because if a child will come to know about organ donation, definitely the entire family will come to know. And that is where the awareness is lying. And if we will create the awareness from the unit, that is the family, then definitely the entire country will be aware about the organ donation. Thank you very much, Mr. Ruth Pratap Singh, for giving such a valuable suggestion. Thank you very much. Now, I would like to invite my next youth guest, and she is Miss Shibana Banu. Miss Shibana Banu, you have heard our chief guest, Professor Dr. Sunil Shroff, as well as earlier youth guest. Now, we would like to know your views on World Organ Donation Day. Miss Shibana Banu, please.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, please.
A warm welcome and fresh morning to everyone and all gathered here. I'm Shibana Banu Abdul Ghani. I'm pursuing my UG program in Al-Azhar College, Todbala, Kerala. I'm glad to have this opportunities and pleasure appreciation to Lal Goel sir and extend my deepest gratitude to Honorable Chief Guest of the Day, Professor Dr. Sunil Shroff sir, for enlightening us with his words. I'm happy to be a part of this. Thank you so much for such an opportunity. Okay, organs plays a vital role within the human body. They perform specific roles that keeps us healthy and living. When an organ fails, the body has limited amount of times before a severe illness or death occurs. Hundreds of thousands of people needs organ around the world. Organ donation is very important field of medicine. The organs that are donated help to save people's life. Organ donation is a topic that contains many conflicting reviews. To some of the public population, organ donation is a genuine way of saving the life of another. To some, it is mistrust, or to others, it is not fully understood. Some techniques can be used to increase donation. Some of these techniques, the most crucial would be being educated. If the life-threatening and critical shortage of organs was fully understood by the public, organ donation would more like to be on the rise. Effort is needed throughout the world to make people aware of the benefits in this process contains. First of all, organ donation is very helpful for the grieving process. Furthermore, many donors' families take relief and consolation to the organ donation. This is because they understand that the loved ones have helped to save the life of other people. No, most noteworthy, a single donor can save up to 8 lives. Organ donations also improve the quality of life of many people. An eye transplant could mean the ability to see again for the blind person. Similarly, donating organs could mean removing the depression and pains of others. Most noteworthy, organ donation could also remove the dependency on costly routine treatments. Organ donation must certainly be spread among the people. Organ donation has proved to be a miracle for the society. Organs such as kidney, heart, eyes, liver, small intestine, bone tissue, skin tissue, and veins are donated for transplantation. The donor gives a new life to the recipient by the way of his noble art. Organ donation is encouraged worldwide. The government of different countries has put up different system in place to encourage organ donation. However, the demand for organs is still quite high as compared to their supply. Effectively, steps must be taken to meet this ever increasing demand. This is good to understand organ donation because it makes the donor appreciate the decision he or she makes her to donate his or her organs. It is also the essence for countries without detailed legislation on how people can donate their organ to develop these legislation, since clear legislation make more donor to be interested in donating their organs to people. I conclude it be a matter of deep concern to every one of us that people are being buried every day with organs that can save others people's lives. And thus we should do our best to donate the organs that we can donate up to our deaths so that we continue to live after our deaths. Your organs could be someone's missing piece. Jai Hind, thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Shibana Banu, for giving your views. Viewers, now you see diversified, all the pan-Indian youth are participating in our program, and they belongs to different caste, creed, religion, language, but one motto: organ donation. This shows the unity in the diversity. This shows that there is no religion, no caste creeds which says that don't donate organs. There is no bar. So the myths which are prevailing is totally false. It's all, and it is all that we must go for the organ donation. Thank you very much, Ms. Shibana Banu, for giving your views. Now I would like to invite my last but not the least youth guest, and she is Sister Fulgencia. Sister Fulgencia, you have heard our
Fulgencia.
Sorry. Yes, please tell your name, please. Sister, please tell your name.
Sister Fulgencia.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so Sister Fulgencia, you have heard our chief guest, Professor Dr. Sunil Shroff, as well as earlier youth guest. Now, we would like to know from you your views on World Organ Donation Day. Sister Fulgencia, please. Yes, you are okay. Fine. Please go ahead.
Good morning to everyone. I am Sister Fulgencia, a religious nun, belong to Holy Family Congregation, and at present I am doing my MSW first year at Satara from Yashwantrao Chauhan School of Social Work. As we know, every year, 13th of August is celebrated as a organ donation day. On this occasion, I take this pleasure to give the awareness about the organ donation. As quoted from the Bible, you have received without pay and give without pay. We as human beings are gifted with a lot of resources in our body. We use them in our day-to-day life. Without organs, we are unable to survive in the humanity. And if we let our organs not die with us, but be a hope to the hopeless. If we donate our organs, we should not feel that we are losing our organs or we are wasting our organs, but we should feel proud because we are saving the life of others and we are giving the new life to others and we are giving the good health of mind and body to others. And organ donation is a gift to a person who needs a transplant to improve his or her health condition. There are various types of organ donation like heart, liver, kidney, lungs, pancreas, eyes, skin, etc. And it is a procedure in which a health organ is taken from an individual who is either living or dead. Everyone can choose to be an organ donor, irrespective of age, sex, caste, color, religion, current or past medical condition. And there are many reasons to become an organ donor because organ donor is an opportunity to help others. Organ donation can be rewarding and positive experience. One organ donor can help multiple people, and organ donation has no age limit. But we see sometimes organ donation becomes very negative because people sell their organs for money and for their own benefits. Or sometimes, instead of organ donation, doctors and clinic in charge steal the organs without the knowledge of a person. The father of sociology, Aristotle rightly said, we human are social beings and we depend each other, we relate each other, so we do not live for ourselves, but we live with and for others. On this occasion, as we celebrate the Organ Donation Day, I too say, let our life be for others and let us become a blessing for the whole humanity by donating our organs. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sister, for giving your views. I would just like to add one thing. As sister has give some reservations about the organ trade. Yes, some black sheep are always there in society. Thieves, dacoits, they are always there. They will be there. But we have to be very, very careful. We have to think of ourselves. We have to think the positive side, because the government of India is taking very, very strict actions against them. So one cannot take that example. But what she says is right, that once you are giving the pleasure, what benefit you are doing for the society is immense. Thank you very much, sister, for giving your views. Now I would like to tell about the organ donation. First of all, I would like to inform you that as I mentioned about the oldest, the first organ transplant which took place in earlier in say 1954. Now I would like to inform the youngest organ donor was a baby in 2015 who lived only for 100 minutes and donated his kidneys to an adult with renal failure. The oldest known donor was 92 years old Texas man whose family chose to donate his liver after his died of a brain hemorrhage. Now it shows, it is very clear that there is no age bar. A child which just born, if they have some problem, the brain death, they can, or even an old man can donate. But yes, registration for voluntary donation can only start when you are 18 years. Once you become 18 or you become adult, you can very well pledge your organs. Organ donations are legal by Indian law. The Indian government enacted the Transplantation of Human Organs Act, THOA in 1994, which allows organ donation and legalize the concept of brain death. Brain death is an irreversible and paramount cessation of all brain functions. In situations of brain death, a person cannot sustain his own life, but vital body functions may be maintained in an intensive care unit, that is called ICU, for a short period of time. Such persons are kept on artificial support to maintain oxygenation of organs so that the organs are in a healthy condition until they are harvested or removed. Organs of such patients can be transplanted to terminally ill patients. One brain death person, as already told you, can save up to 8 lives and improvise up to 75 lives. Improvise means a blind person can start seeing. The person who is totally burned by the skin grafting, his face can be reshaped again and he can be acceptable in the society when it's a very burned case. Even many other way the lives can be improvised. Now, the main thing which is coming is, in spite of all these good things, we all have discussed that so much benefits. Why in India? You know, the Indian condition is we are the highest deaths for want of organ, and we are the lowest for donating organs. Why? The reason I will like to tell you, there are 3 types of organ donations. One is voluntary organ donation, next is opt-in, and third is opt-out. Now, what is a voluntary? In India, we have a voluntary organ donation. It is like this, that one can place the organs in his lifetime or her lifetime just filling a form and taking a donor's card. But due to after the death, whether it is a natural death or a brain death, I would like to just inform you that the brain death, only the organs can be utilized only in case of brain death. Now, brain death occurs generally due to the road accidents or brain hemorrhage or even sometimes acute disease like asthma. But the natural death can occur when the heart stops functioning. In natural death, organs immediately died. So organs which are like heart, liver, kidney, lungs, pancreas, etc., they cannot be donated. But tissues like cornea, skin, etc., can be transplanted. Now, in India, because we have a voluntary, it means that if I have filled up the form and tomorrow if I die, natural death or due to the accident, the right to donate lies with my close family members, my parents, my wife, my siblings, or my children. If they says no at that time, the donation cannot take place even if you have filled the form. So basically, it depends on the family. In the other system called opt-in system, which is prevailing in USA. The opt-in means you have filled up the form, like in India, we have filled up the form and they will be registered. But in that case, in case if during my lifetime, if I will not revoke my own thing that I will not like to donate, or I will say that, yes, I will not donate at all, anytime I can revoke, then the organs will not be donated. But otherwise, if I have filled up the form and I have not revoked during my lifetime, then the organs belongs to the state or the government. And that time, at the time of natural death or brain death, that the organs or the tissue, whichever the case is, will be taken by the government-run medical units, just informing your close relatives. That is opt-in system. And the opt-out system is prevailing in Europe, and last year only it has become legalized in UK. In that system is that every adult who attained the age of 18 become a organ donor, deemed to be an organ donor. So in case if I become I would say a deemed organ donor, and tomorrow I do not want that I should be donating my organ, I can opt out. So I will say, no, I would not like to donate my organs. At that stage, I will be considered as a non-donating person. And in that case, my organs will not be donated. Now, what is the difference and why the difference is coming? In India, it was found that at the time of death, which is very painful, its reality is that at that time, generally the relatives are so much in shock that they would not take a decision and they would not like to think that somebody should take their near and dear's organs or tissues. While in USA or those countries which are opt-in system, once you have done it, it is like, I will give you an example, like a person making his will that after my death, so much property will go to my son, my wife, my daughter. But here also, he or she is filling a form. It is like a will. But here in India, it is not enforceable. In US, it is enforceable. And that's why the death in India is more than 5 lakhs every year. In USA, in 2019, the figure was 7,500. You can say USA is 1/6 of India. Multiply 7,500 into 6, how much it works? It is not matching 5 lakhs. Now come to the case of opt-out system. In 2019, the total death in UK was 470 for want of organ. And in spite of that, they brought a legislation and make it opt-out compulsory. Earlier it was voluntary, but now they have made it compulsory from 20th May 2020. Now, in this case, 470 death in 2019. just multiply 20, because UK is 1/20th of India. How much it works out? About less than 10,000. Compare with 5 lakhs. So the condition is that we have either to create awareness or change the legislation. Legislation changing, it requires a political willpower. But at least if we will create the awareness, that is our idea. That is the concept of our this media conference or whatsoever, whenever we are going and talking about the awareness. Then we can save the lives. You can see yourself how much is the difference. 10,000 and 5 lakhs. After all, death is death. So this is opt-in, opt-out, and voluntary scheme. But how to create the awareness? Now the question comes, which is very, very important. And today the condition in India is to create awareness, we require lots of, either we have so much money to create awareness, or we should have use our brain, which you have. You don't require any money in this. This is something where you are not giving any thing where you have to spend money. If you are just passing a message, if you are creating awareness among your peers, among your friends, among your relatives, it is going to be it's going to save life. Just imagine if one life is saved because of you, even one life, whole life of yours, you will feel so much proud of yourself. I saved that life. And that person's entire family will be so grateful to you, that because of you, because you have created the awareness. I'm not saying that you have donated initially because you are young, but if you, because of your awareness, if someone has donated his organs, pledged to donate organs, and because of your awareness, the family decided to donate in case of his or her brain death, the organs, how much good vibes you are getting, how much blessings you are going to get. Tremendous, which you will not get in temple, mosque, church, anywhere. No religion says that don't do the good deeds. As sister has mentioned about Bible, you can very well read in Quran also, where you can read in Gita, Ramayana, everywhere. All religions, even Jain Dharma, no religion says don't donate, don't do any good deeds. These are good deeds which we are doing. And these good deeds will give you what you will never get in spending money, which you will not never get to do whatsoever you want to do. So for that, my appeal to you all, being a youngsters, you have the you can change the syndrome in India, and that is by creating the awareness. And you can create the awareness. One message, even if to one of your two friends of you, if you do not want to send to everybody, even to one, and but ask them to pass it to one or two more. So it will become a chain. And once it will become a chain, it will be creating the awareness. So in the subconscious of everybody, it should go that there is something which is called organ donation. And if we will all will go for that, definitely we will not lose anybody. Now I will give one statistics. In India, about 4.5 lakhs people are dying due to the road accidents every year, maximum in the world. Out of which about 1.5 lakhs or more are brain death. Now, if those persons can donate, if those persons' organs can be utilized, just imagine how many lives can be saved. Multiply at 1.5 to 8. We are losing only 5 lakhs per year. So if those, after all, the person who has died due to accident, even if those organs can be utilized, we can save so many lives. And that is why we require the appeal to the policymakers. We require legislations to be changed, as well as till the time legislation is not changed, we must create the awareness. And this awareness is in your hand. It's not in the hand of anybody. You know very well that 65% of the population in India below 40 years, and you all are in that. And if you will create awareness, your family members have no other option, because they will understand what you are talking, and you are not talking something which is a thing which is going to create harm or divide the society. It's you are making a beautiful country. We are in our country, beautiful country. We are going to celebrate Independence Day after 2 days. But today, if we will take a pledge ourselves, till the time we are not 18, we will create awareness even afterwards. But once we become 18, we fill up the form, which you can fill up directly online. You all are aware about the online things. Go to Noto site, government site, just ask for you just mention on the Google to a donation of organs. Immediately that site will open. There is an online form of the government. Fill up the form. Ask your family members also to fill up the form. And one very important point here is always mention, always discuss with your family that you have pledged your organs. Once you discuss and tell them, then the family also knows your views. And when you will say with convincingly why you want to donate, then definitely the family will not say no to you. And that is the purpose of our media conference. And that is what we want, that this type of awareness should go pan-India. And the next year, when we will again celebrate this World's Organ Day on this same day, 13th of August, we, all of you, I would like to join again me, and then you must say how much awareness you have created in this 1 year. Thank you very much for giving your very, very positive views today. I'm so proud that the youngsters, the young India is now awakening up. And once you are awakening up, no one can stop you. Thank you very much. And I would like to just inform you that today evening, I am doing a program which is on the organ donations, not in it directly, but indirectly, because today my evening program called Kal Aaj Aur Kal Lal Goel Ke Sang, it's a daily program at 4:30 p.m. in which I call a chief guest. And today's my chief guest is Miss Lalita Raghuram. She is the country director, Mohan Foundation. She is going to join from Hyderabad, and her life is full of inspiration. You will hear from her own things, that how even her own son died, brain death, and she has donated the organs. She had that courage. So that is why we want. And tomorrow, my program is with the All India IMAs, Indian Medical Association, their national president, their national general secretary, their national coordinator for organ donation, as well as the NOTO, the main body of the in our country, who is supervising the organ and tissue transplants. Their director is also joining my program tomorrow morning at 10:30 in this media conference with Lal Goel. The topic will be IMA's role in organ donation. So thank you very much. And today's program has been live telecasted by V4 News, Global TV, V4 Stream, Malnadu TV India, News Gaon Se, Samvad Sarokar News, Bharat Post News, as well as it was shown live on Facebook and YouTube. So please tune in today evening for Kal Aaj Aur Kal Lal Goel Ke Sang at 4:30 p.m. Thank you all, and thank you very much. And thank you all the viewers. And I'm sure today's program, our viewers, if you all decide to join hands, please fill up the form and create more and more awareness so we can save lives. It's a very, very noble cause. Thank you very much, and thanks all. Thank you very much.